John here. It's Thursday today, the 7th of April 2016, on a Thursday. I've just finished calling the Waitangi Marae Committee office and waiting for a call from the CEO to get permission to go in onto the treaty grounds in Waitangi, Bay of Islands, New Zealand, to raise this flag on the top of the ship of Admiralty, British ship of Admiralty of King William IV, and shift it from the crossbar opposite the British flag as partners in commercial trade, banking, and put it up the top, and then bring the 1902 Union Jack flag for the war veterans onto the crossbar opposite the British flag. We have prepared yesterday at Otawa Marae in Hokianga for the 39 hapu, taumata, elders and their taurangatira, arataki, or advisors, to be at the hui on the 13th of April, that's next Wednesday. The pōwhiri should be about 10 o'clock in the morning on Te Te Marae, the Kingi Taurua, and the taumata there, full attendance, expectant of this whakameninga hui of this flag, the whakameninga 1834, 10th of March, when this flag was raised on Maiki Hill above Russell, British settlement, the first time here in this country. Founding documents, doctrines of discovery, title from Britain to us who have already had our own sovereignty, and the native Maui Tahitian memorial title. Founding doctrines of discovery title to the Pacific Islands and here in Aotea, New Zealand. Now, I'm just about to call the New Zealand Navy Rear Admiral John Martin, Chief of Navy, and for him to attend the historic occasion, ceremony, at 5 a.m. on the 15th of April 2016, which is a Friday, next week. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get him on the phone to come and attend and raise our flag with us. This flag, the Admiralty Court-Martial Law flag of jurisdiction, right through the Commonwealth countries of the world, 53 of them, and also 250 other countries on top of it. Okay? It is a international flag, and we're just about to use it for the first time in as many years as it was given to us to use. Right up to 1840, this flag was ruling this country until the government changed the laws and our pound note. We had the pound note as our levy debtor instrument from 1888 to 1934. It was the currency. It still is the currency. I'm saying we're using that levy debtor instrument as the creditor and sheriff of the county in our King's Bench courts of law, with the common law and the native customary law intact, with King William IV's Acts of British Westminster Government, Parliament, 1830 to 1837 laws and acts still applies to us. We have not altered them or used them yet in as many years as we are about to use. those laws were put together with this flag is a declaration of war flag to keep out intruders and pirates from interfering or tampering with our business between us and our partners, the British military and the government of Westminster, Parliament, England, Britain, UK, with the land laws of England intact with this flag. Okay? So that's what I want to say. I'm going to be talking. We have all the documents, the original one house in the Bay of Islands, Whakaputanga, title with Henry Williams to Whakaputanga on the East Cape, on our land blocks, Uetaha, Hapu land blocks, Marangaro land blocks, and Marangaro Marae in our family. Okay? So we're using the Manukau Rogan titles up in Paihia, Bay of Islands, across to the west coast, Kaipara, down to Auckland, is the Rogan Manukau Land Company. Native titles, straight to Britain. You, Michael Fallon, the Secretary of Defence, come to our aid and assistance because we have threats against our flag of our contract, our private contract between us and you, the military, to now come on our land blocks at the East Cape, Rangitukia, on the Waiapu River mouth, and set up the Air Force, Army and Navy there with my permission from my hapu and our Admiralty court-martial law under this flag. Okay? The rest is here from, in Auckland, from Rogan Wanoa marriage judges in Gisborne Native Land Court, put all his titles together, and the Manukau Rogan judges put all these titles together in the Kaipara, Helensville courts. Okay, so I have all that history. I have all the original titles to Auckland, the Manukau Land Company in Scotland. Michael Fallon, Secretary of Defence, Britain, our partner, legal, commercial trading bank of England, partner. We have the pound note as levy debtor instrument against all the fraud people in that Panama tax havens, fraud and corruption cases coming up, and New Zealand is one of them. With the Governor General, Sir Jerry Mataparai, Andrews, and John Key implicated in that scandal. So, we have a job on our hands to sort that out, and we need you to come straight here after we put the flag up in the treaty grounds. It means you come here as order from me, the surrogate King William IV, King of England, commercial King John. Okay, I'm wearing King William's authority on my shirt that this police here confiscated and seized off me my shirt with all my authority from my chiefs. Alright, hang on a second. Hello, John speaking.
Hi John, it's Trish calling from the Western Waitangi Treaty Room. How are you?
Good, thank you.
I'm just calling back in regards to having your guys cut a guest service.
Yes.
For next Friday.
Yes.
We can allow for that to happen, and Maury Ratner, who is our cultural manager.
Who is it, sorry? Who is it?
Maury Ratner, M-O-R-I.
Ratana.
Ratner.
Yes.
And I'll give you his contact number.
Yes.
He's going to come in that morning and
Great.
open up the gate by the Treaty House there.
Yes.
And he'll give you that access and then close up after you guys leave.
Yes.
So he'll be here and he'll be the contact person for you guys.
Great.
So you got a pen and paper?
Yes.
And I'll give you his number.
Yes.
027
027
702
702
2097.
2097. 027 027 702 2097.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, so I think, is it alright what we have the marae, because I was just talking to Kingy, we might have a service at the same time in the marae, if that's possible. We don't need to, if it's going to be too much trouble, because we didn't want to interfere with business hours. And but I just,
For that morning,
no, just for the hour. And
that morning from
yeah, well, I could have gone from 5 till 7 if that was possible. Otherwise it's still from 5 to 6.
okay. Then what I'll suggest is contact Maury,
Yep.
arrange it,
Yep.
and get this, then you'll be able to grab that access,
Yes,
and he'll be able to grab that for you.
yeah, no, that'll be fine, thanks.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
thank you, Tricia, bye. So there we go, that's Tricia, sorry about that. I was expecting that call from the CEO. They've given us permission to open up the gate and let us into the flag staff to raise the flag. Now, I'm happy about that. I'm happy with Tricia Davis and Greg McManus, the CEO. Obviously they know about what's happening here and done a few checks to find it's in order. So that means we will get a call back, or I'll call the other guy, his name, I've got it down here somewhere. Anyway, I'll give him a call afterwards. Maury Ratana, he's the Treaty House security for the gates. I'll give him a call and that'll be that organised. We have achieved a milestone in our efforts to raise the Whakaputanga flag on its rightful place at the top of the ship of Admiralty from Britain. This is monumental in the history of the whole world, that we have been silenced for 182 years. This flag has been in existence given to us. We haven't done anything, only between the 10th of March 1834 to the 6th of February 1840. The flag was ruling this country and anywhere in the world. At that time our ships were sailing with this flag going, and the Boer War was displaying this with our Maori battalion. Soldiers were wearing this flag in the war. Okay, so just a little bit of the history of what this flag really means. It means the 8 tribes of the original Ngāpuhi who bothered to go and see the king and get permission to come and protect us and our country from what John Key was just trying to do with his fern football flag, right? Now, he didn't think he got into this country with this flag. He got onto this country, he should be lucky to have settled here. We can remove him because he's offended us. These are the offensive Pākehā that have come here at the invitation of the British and the Hapu natives, which is still in existence of a contract. Okay? So I'm glad she rang. It means the CEO is satisfied. I'm a CEO of Ngātua Ewa Aotea Limited Company, registered here in Wellington Company's Office. So that's that one. Then we've got the Moai Powerhouse Group in London. That's a private company. There's 18 of them altogether, okay, ready to go with the pound note, the flag, Whakaputanga flag, and King William and Moai statue. There, 2 of the greatest memorials in the commercial world that created these titles and memorials. Okay, so there's nothing better than that. And whoever's been using this flag for their own interests will find out. That's your responsibility, the British military. That's your responsibility to find who has been using this flag, usurping it without our authority as the partner to you, the British military and Parliament, Westminster. So now that the Panama Papers are leaked, we are ordering you, the British military, to salvage everything that belongs to the King's Bench Court, creditor, and us, the creditor, sheriff of the county. Okay, so I've got my shirt of the sheriff of the county with the coat of arms of King William of Hanover and his emperor on this side, and the 8-point star somewhere here of St. Patrick's Order, the New World Order is here. 8 points on this star, on this flag, 4 corners of the earth, 4 stars with 8 points on it, is this New World Order. The Pope has usurped, and we're getting back off it, right? And that title, St. Patrick's Church Order, is our Irish. Me, Irish, Cosgrove, and Jamie, my partner in the business, Patrick, surname, is the Patrick, St. Patrick Order. Okay, so just to let you know, and her steward father is the Scotland Yard side of that equation in Britain, England. Okay, so my Cosgrove in Ireland, 8 point. Patrick, 2 Irish, have a right to that part of this flag, and also Rogan's judges in England, Scottish. The land titles put together by John Rogan, Australia, Victoria, and New Zealand, New South Wales, New Zealand. Rogan, John here. Titles in the married land court, native land court, Gisborne, is my family, and the Manukau family in the Manukau, in the Manukau Harbour, and also in the Kaipara. Rogan, John Rogan. Dick Rogan, Eastgate, John Rogan, Kaipara. There, that's it. That is it. And the flag up Ngāpuhi. Tahitian, we are. Tahitian, Maui, statue of East Island, Raiatea, and Mopiti Island, and here, Aotea, New Zealand. Rarotonga is the mother side of my family, my dad, Wanoa, Tahiti. Cosgrove, Ireland, Rogan, England, Scotland. Got it? Right, I'm going to ring John Martin from the Navy. Is it? Navy. While this video is still on, I've managed to get the Waitangi Marae Committee approval. I've got the TT Marae approval, Kingi Total. CEO, Greg McManus, Waitangi Marae Committee, and the Waitangi National Trust. I have problems with Sir Jerry Mataparai being the president of that marae. We have issues with that, and we'll be talking about that on the 13th, 14th and the 15th. So at this present time, we have left the marae. I'll talk to them about that as I'll wait till I get the taumata leader. If he wants to use the marae with the same time in the hour that we're going to the flagpole. So now I shall call John Martin. I'll try. Hello, King. Oh, I got a call back from the Waitangi Marae committee. They've gone ahead and said yes, they'll open the gate up for that time period from 5 till 6. I can talk to the gate guy. I'm gonna call him afterwards, and so if we need the marae, I'll take the marae as well to up till 7 o'clock. From the Waitangi, the top marae. Yeah, the top marae. Yeah, the top one, yeah. We can go to the flagpole first and then go into that marae there after. Okay. Check. That was King. I pushed the wrong button. Anyway, I got him. And he'll pass on the good news that we have the other marae. Okay, this is getting exciting every day, just like Trump. You're getting Trump style. Yeah, right. I'm gonna ring the Navy. Try again. I didn't get it that time. I'm going to try this. If I don't get through, I'll shorten the video up. Oh, 04. That's what it was. I got it wrong. 04. Yes, look, it's John Wanoa in Auckland here speaking. I wondered if I can talk to Rear Admiral John Martin, please. Yes, is it Joe, is it? Yes, look, my name is John Wanoa. I'm up in Auckland. And I wish to speak to Rear Admiral John Martin, please. We're having a hui up in the treaty grounds, and it's all organised to go on the 13th, 14th, 15th. Yes, next week. Oh, would there be a representative that can come there to the hui? Okay, I will. Hang on, I'll just get the address to send to you. Sure. Yep, I've just got a pen and paper. Yes. J-O. S-H-A-N-O-N. S-H-A-N-N. O-N, yep. At NZDS. Yep. Yep. Hang on. NZDS. Yep. .mil. Yep. .nz. So that's, pardon? Yeah, that'll be fine. So I'll just say this one more. Joe, J-O dot Shannon, S-H-A-N-N-O-N at NZDS dot, oh, look at that. NZDF dot MIL dot NZ. Okay, so you're Joe Shannon, eh? what is your role there? Chief of Navy Executive. Executive Assistant. Thank you very much. Yeah? Yes, I'll do that. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, okay, I'll do that straight away. Thank you. Bye. There. Now, I'll just put my camera back in. I shifted it. Oh, that's fine. So, I spoke to Jo Shannon. She's the Chief of Navy Executive Assistant. Now, Rear Admiral John Martin, Chief of Navy, is away. Overseas. I think he's in the Solomon Islands. That's my guess. That's the last place I knew he was going. That's where Detective Natalie Flowerdew Brown is in, or Fiji. Might have gone to Fiji. John Martin's maybe in Fiji and Papua New Guinea. I think that's where he's gone, to the relief area, to where the ship, the Navy ship had gone. Okay, anyway, he's not here. So I'm going to write an email today, not much time, to see if I can get someone from the Navy to come up to the hui and help to raise the flag and represent the Navy. Now, if they've got a duty of care to us, the elders of Ngāpuri, Nui Tonu, and the Whakamininga, they are responsible for themselves occupying the leased lands of Russell and the treaty grounds. Now, I'm putting together all the legal documents for the taumata of Te Tii Marae and the occupation of all the Te Tii blocks and the Waitangi blocks of Ngāti Rehia, Ngāti Rahiri and Ngāti Kawa, to confiscate them back into the ownership of the hapu and the chiefs taurangatira, to administer their lands, even though there's business on it, to the Crown. That's a financial interest of the Crown. In the meantime, the land returns to its owners because of the lack of a statement of confidence from the Queen to the Supreme Court of New Zealand and Chief Justice Sean Elias, and while he's still the Governor General of New Zealand, Sir Jerry Mataparai Andrews. They are liable. They are liable because the Pope Francis put out the statement in the motu proprio that he's destroyed all his laws, canon law, civil law, courier law, UCC law and civil law. He's destroyed it all, including the laws the New Zealand government's using. Okay, so we're using the Whakamininga law of the Native Council of Chiefs and King William's British UK Constitution 1852, 1835, flag, constitutions and jurisdiction of Admiralty court-martial law. Okay, and the acts we're using of King William IV, 1830 to 1837 are still current, that we use for our administrative purposes of commerce and trading right around the world in the 53 Commonwealth countries of the world and 250 countries, including the 53 countries of the world in the Commonwealth, This is the government of the Commonwealth of the world flag authority of Admiralty, creditor of the county, sheriff, King John. Okay, that's my title as the surrogate king of commerce, king of the sea, and the king of the king's royal revenue, and the pound note, and the gold, and everything derived through his King's Bench Court is live. Now that we're going to put the flag up on the pole, the ship mast in the treaty grounds, we have permission from Te Tii Marae Committee to have the marae for the hui, for the taumata, the whakamininga of Ngāpuhi, in the first place, the contractors to the British King of England, contractor. The King of England, the Whakamininga flag, 1834, 10th of March, is the contract. The 1835 came later on the treaty grounds on the same hapu's land. The hapu's land, the King's flag, the chiefs, the Whakamininga, and the law of King William IV, and the surrogate king to talk for the king. That's all you need, and the pound note, with Jamie's head on it and my head on those notes, and our partner, Matela, ex-military police in Britain, England. John Patterson, Bank of England, inventors of the pound note, family. Gordon Bowden, ex-military Air Force, investigator of all titles and companies that are non-existent and using this flag to ship their contraband and prized possessions around the world will be confiscated with the sheriff of the county in this system of Maui King William IV Trust and the Maui King William IV sheriffs of the counties in the whole of 250 countries of the world this flag is going to. Once it's up on the top of the flagpole here on the treaty grounds, that'll be it. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do. I'm happy I have got that far in one day. And with our meeting yesterday with the taumata elders at Otawa Marae in the Hokianga, that was a screaming success as well. So it looks like we've got a trump trail going on here too, with our taurangatira. Get yourselves ready with your incorporations, because no one's going to touch this flag and our tikanga the way we have planned it. The 1993 Te Ture Whenua Act is a contract in the Westminster Parliament, and so is the flag. It's a contract in the Westminster Parliament, institute law, extant forevermore. You can't change it. Only us can change it. That's why I'm going there with Jamie to replace the Queen as head of state of the trust, the Queen Victoria Trust. I'm going there to audit it and sack her, sack Prince Andrew, trustee, sack the King and Queen of Spain trustees, then seize everything that they've stolen and taken out of England and somewhere else. The British are liable to recover it all with the pound note we pay. I shall pay if you shall recover. Michael Fallon, Secretary of Defence, British military. Now, I shall pay 10 years out with the pound note. Once we get Cook Street sorted out with the police and the treaty grounds with the taumata, they want their land back. They want their land back. Your business will remain there with a lien on it, with a King William IV mortgage lien right over the top of it with the pound note. Okay, so that's how we do business in reverse of what you took from us. We are now taking command of the top of the flagship mast of King William IV, Admiralty, court-martial law in this country, Pacific Islands and the whole of the Commonwealth belongs to the King of England. Okay? The King of England rules with Maui statue standing in London. Queen Elizabeth Great Court in London shall be King Ernest Augustus the Fifth Great Court. Okay? He's live. He's live. He's our commercial king of commerce, and he's the line of inheritance to King William IV, King Ernest Augustus I, his brother, King George IV, his brother, and King George III, King of America, and the father of those three brothers, to William the Conqueror, line of sovereignty unbroken, straight to King Solomon. King Solomon's mines, all that trail of gold all the way through was consolidated inside King William IV's commercial, banking, trade flag around the world. Okay, it got consolidated, so that's our business, to recover it all back with the sheriff. Here, what you see is what you get. Thank you very much today. I shall put this on YouTube for you to see, and I shall ring the gate man, security, to open the gates for us and let us in. That's my good news to the elders, that we have got permission on those 3 days, 13th, 14th, 15th, to do exactly what the agenda says. Pufuri, 10 o'clock on the Wednesday, at 10 o'clock on Titi Marae, and then Wānanga from then on the marae until the 15th at 5 o'clock in the morning, the service at the Flagstaff pole mast and the treaty grounds, and if need be we'll go into the marae there. Kingi wanted to go into the Waitangi marae, and so I'm going to ask the gate man to open the marae till 7 in the morning, from 5 till 7, and I've got a right to the Navy, Chief of Navy Executive Assistant Joe Shannon, to outline our plan to have a Navy there. Okay? Thank you very much, and see you later. Bye for now. John Wanoa, Auckland, New Zealand.